Hey, what's going on? Jeff Lerner here, and in this video, I'm gonna give you 3 passive income ideas, things that you can do for 2020 and beyond that can pay you from the comfort of your own backyard, which is exactly where I am right now. And these are all 3 things that I am actively doing right now while I'm sitting here shooting this video. All right, what's up? Jeff Lerner here. Let's talk 3 passive income ideas for 2020. The first one is, did you know that, and I'm sure you've heard about this thing called AirBnB, right? Or VRBO is another one. There's these websites where you can basically rent properties out by nightly or weekly. So you can actually lease properties from someone else. So you don't have to be the property owner, and you don't even have to put money down like to seller finance or anything. You just basically lease a property, and you can turn around and actually effectively sublease the property on Airbnb or VRBO or any of the nightly rental sites, and basically keep the difference. It's like the easiest money. I've heard about this method for months. At the time I'm shooting this, it's toward the very end of 2019. So I've been hearing about this for a good chunk of 2019. And just from being busy, I kind of put it off. But finally, I had some time and some people in my organization that weren't busy with other projects. And I said, hey, let's literally just start right here in our hometown. I live in southern Utah, which is a great market for a lot of people coming into town for different events and functions. And I mean, you can kind of see in the reflection, it's just beautiful where I live. Let's start asking around and see if there's people that either own their home, maybe it's a second home, so they're not there 6 months out of the year, or they own it and they moved, but they've been waiting to sell it because maybe it's a high price property, it'll take too long to sell, or maybe it needs to have some work done. Let's see if we can start reaching out in our network and find people who have a property that they're not living in, or just actively, go onto the market and find properties that are actively available for lease, and talk to the owners and say, hey, we're willing to not only lease this property from you, we'll even pay a little bit above what you're asking, or if it's somebody that didn't have the property for lease because maybe they just have the property, we present them with the idea and say, hey, would you be interested if we could, essentially pay you a guaranteed amount of money for the next year, let us use your property. Or even in one case, we had somebody who said, well, that sounds pretty cool. I want to partner in on the deal. So we ended up cutting him in on a third of the deal. And so instead of paying him a guaranteed lease, he just gets a third of the profit from the deal. But in any case, the point is there's other people's properties that they don't have the expertise or the time or the knowledge or just the willingness to do the work, but they have the asset, which is the property. You hook up with them and you turn around and put it on Airbnb or VRBO, and you can make, like, there's properties that I've seen just here locally where, for about $2,000, maybe $2,200 a month, you can lease a property that can easily fetch $200 to $400 a night, and typically, you're going to have 75-80% occupancy. So from kind of what I'm seeing, and again, I can't speak to other people's individual markets. Our goal is to actually move this across, other territory, other areas in the United States. I don't want to say across the whole country because there's going to be certain markets where it probably doesn't make sense. The economics don't work as well, but we're looking to expand it. But at least right now here locally, I'm seeing, again, properties that we can lease between $2,000 and $2,200 a month, where to get into the property, you basically have to put down first and last month's rent and a security deposit. It's pretty standard. So you're looking at maybe $4,000 to $6,000, and then we're going in and able to rent the property for between $200 and $400. I'd say average $350 a night at 80% occupancy. That's between $6,000 and $7,000 a month. You got to pay for some cleaning fees. You got to pay. You got to be prepared to pay for some basic maintenance, but still comfortably bringing in around $5,000 per property on a lease that's $2,000. That's $3,000 a month net on a house that might cost us, like I said, $4,000 to $6,000 to get into. That's 100% ROI in 2 months. That's crazy returns. And again, I can't speak to every market, but what I know is there's a fundamental economic discrepancy. It's basically a form of arbitrage when you take an asset and you guarantee it around a structure for a monthly payment, and then you turn it and you monetize it around a structure for a daily or a nightly or weekly payment. There's just a different in the economics of the rental market, the real estate rental market, residential real estate market has just got this long history of economics that are sort of embedded in it, where the expectations and the lease prices are all built around, investors or owners needing to pay their mortgages, needing to pay their taxes, and ideally make a little bit of money. But that coupled with the demand side from the renters who say, well, people who rent only make so much money. Usually people make more than a certain amount of money. They're in the market to buy, not rent. So the rental market, the market of people that are looking to rent properties to live, has sort of naturally set a price ceiling around the monthly or yearly rental prices. Soon as you take those same assets, those same residential properties that have those certain economic fundamentals, and you flip them into being more vacation style or nightly and weekly rentals, the economics change, because now you're basically taking residential real estate economics and you're marketing them against hotel economics. Well, hotel pricing has people conditioned completely differently. So people look at a property on Airbnb and they go, man, $300 a night for 2,500 square feet. If I was going to go rent the 2,000 square foot suite at the Bellagio or the Wynn in Las Vegas, I'd be spending $2,000, $2,500 a night. And yet I can get it here for $300 a night, and they're going, oh, that's an amazing deal. They don't care that $300 a night is actually $9,000 a month, which is way more than any actual renter would pay to live in that house to live. So again, you've got the economics that are based on prices people are able and willing to pay to live in a house, and you're able to convert it into an economic opportunity based around what people are willing to pay to stay in a house, which is more conditioned by what people are used to paying for hotels. That's the gap that you're able to realize and convert into passive income through this method. And yeah, you put yourself on the hook for a little bit of risk, the price of leasing a house. But again, if you fall flat on your face and say, well, I was only able to get $150 a night and I thought I'd get $300, and I'm only able to get 50% occupancy, I thought I'd get 80%. Even then, even at $150 a night at 50% occupancy, you're still basically covering your lease. So this doesn't have as much downside as I think people might naturally assume, to go, oh, I'm scared to take on a 12-month lease. This is one of my big strategies for 2020. Again, I want to do more of these properties locally, and I'm going to be looking to reach out. I live about an hour and a half from Vegas. I'm going to be looking to reach out into Vegas. And here's the coolest thing about it. Now you've got a property that you can go on Airbnb and block off 4 nights for yourself, and it's paid for. I go to Vegas all the time. Now, as soon as I have a property in Vegas, now I have a place to stay anytime I want, right? You can literally, as you're doing these houses, put them in places, it makes sense, put them in places that are desirable places to go visit, because that'll mean you have good demand, but then it also mean that you have an opportunity for yourself to go take a vacation and not have to pay for a hotel. Super cool strategy. Okay, the second passive income strategy that I am absolutely doing right now, in fact, I've been doing this for over a decade. When I was in a big financial bind in my life, this is the strategy that basically dug me out. If you know my story, I was almost $500,000 in debt when I was 28 years old. I had a couple franchise restaurants that failed in the economic collapse of 2007, 2008. And I was in a world of trouble. I was a piano player. That was the only thing I could do to make money. I'd never made more than 40 grand in a year. The banks probably shouldn't have given me the loans in the first place, but they did. And now I was on the hook, almost 500 grand between, leases, legal fees, taxes, fees to the state of Texas for like payroll and Texas Workforce Commission stuff. And then obviously these big fat bank loans. And affiliate marketing, which is my second passive income method, is actually what I did to dig out of that hole all the way back, starting all the way back in November of 2008. In about 18 months, I was able to generate over $400,000 in revenue from affiliate marketing and virtually pay off all that debt. Never declared bankruptcy, and really haven't stopped since. I've gotten into other business models and investing and doing other things online. I ran an agency for a while, but at the core has always stayed, and I don't see any reason to change it, affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is so powerful because with affiliate marketing, it's got the long-term power of compounding on your side if you do it the right way. And when I say do it the right way, there's 2 key components to doing affiliate marketing the right way. And listen, I don't want this video to be like an exhaustive lesson about what is affiliate marketing. I definitely suggest you go learn about it. I'll just basically say this about affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is getting paid for referrals to other people's sales programs. So usually in the form of links. So you get a link from a program, whether it's Amazon or Walmart or Nordstrom or Best Buy or ClickFunnels or my company Entra. Like there's a zillion companies out there. You go on ClickBank, you can literally find 1 million products to sell, and they give you these affiliate links. And then you use those links to get other people to click, and when people go buy the other thing, whatever it is, because it was your link, you get paid. That's affiliate marketing in a nutshell. So the 2 keys to being successful with affiliate marketing and really doing it the right way and doing it the long-term way, where it's not just flash in the pan, here today, gone tomorrow money, is to think about it in terms of what I call digital real estate, where just like physical real estate, I'm a big real estate guy, like you're building assets that can produce cash flow over time. So with affiliate marketing, there's 2 types of assets that can produce long-term cash flow. One is actual optimized pieces of content that can have affiliate links attached that can live for a very, very long time. A YouTube video, for example, is a great example of a long-term asset that can live for a very long time with affiliate links. In fact, I have a lot of YouTube videos that if you go, I'll talk about a concept, and then if you go look in the description below, you might find a link where you can go learn more about the concept or buy something related to the concept. Those are affiliate links, and I get paid when people do that. And so that YouTube video, if I build it the right way, and it's a quality video and it delivers good content, and it has certain keywords in the title and keywords in the description, and it's basically built to get rank and get attention, years and years later, I can still be earning commissions off of referrals from the description, from the links in the description of that video. That's basically affiliate marketing. You can use video content, you can use blog content, you can use social media content. There's people that do affiliate marketing with Instagram posts, with Facebook posts. There's people that do it in stories. I don't necessarily like doing it in stories as much because it's not, stories expire in 24 hours. That doesn't give you necessarily the long-term component. But YouTube videos, blog posts, and optimized social media posts are just great things that you can produce that can pay dividends for a very, very long time with affiliate links. Again, I did mention that my education company, which teaches about all this kind of stuff, ways to generate income and fund your awesome life, is kind of our premise. Like, hey, you want to have an awesome life? That's great. Let's help you pay for it. Learn how to build a business in the modern era. That company's called Entra. We actually have a free affiliate program you can sign up for, and we'll give you links, and then you can take those links and create videos and create content and put them out there, and we'll send you. We have products that pay thousands of dollars in affiliate commissions. But whatever. There's a zillion affiliate programs out there. The point is, find one that's a good one. Find one that's going to be around for a while. Find one that has a track record of consistently paying out, and start creating content. Start creating real estate that connects people to those links. And then the second type of real estate that builds over time with affiliate marketing is actually your list or multiple lists. So the cool thing about affiliate marketing is, as you bring people into your offers, you can very often set up what are called funnels, sales funnels that have what's called a lead capture mechanism, where you can actually get information from people in exchange for something. So I have funnels where I'll say, hey, give me your email address and I'll send you this ebook. Give me your cell number so I can text you a code to get this. And obviously it's all permission based, and you have to do it in a compliant way, and you have to be compliant with the Can-Spam Act and compliant with the cell phone regulations, and not be a annoying spammer. But the thing is, if you're distributing good information, people actually want to hear from you if it's relevant to what they're looking for. So I have email lists in the tens and in some cases hundreds of thousands, and I'm constantly scrubbing them and constantly trying to get rid of people that aren't opening the emails and that hurt the open rates and hurt the delivery rates. But there's always, within that list, there's a large group of people that actually want to hear from me. I mean, you may be one of them. You may be on my list. You may have gotten to this video via a link in one of my emails, because I'm constantly sending emails out to my list with more content, more videos, more ideas, just helpful stuff. The point isn't to sell to your list. The point is to build a relationship with your list, so that when they are looking for something that you have to offer, or that you have expertise or connection to, that they'll might come through your channel and want to buy from you. So your list itself, the list of people that are actually paying attention to you over time, becomes as much of an asset as any of the pieces of content that you create. That's another type of digital real estate. Again, to me, real estate, I don't care if it's physically on the ground or it's digitally in cyberspace. Real estate to me is any asset that I can develop or build upon to create something long-term to produce cash flow. I talk about wealth creation in those terms, where real estate has always been the primary vehicle for wealth creation throughout most of human history. I don't think that's changed. I just think the definition of real estate has expanded to now include digital real estate, and that's really what I teach. That's what my company Entra teaches, and that's basically what I'm talking about here. And then the third passive income method that I think is really, really powerful. And again, I'm looking for things that you can get either a meaningful gain out of, like a couple $1,000s a month within 6 to 12 months of effort, something that can actually change your quality of life. There's a lot of knick-knacky stuff out there that can pay you $50, $100 here. That's not getting anybody out of their job. That's not helping anybody, put their kid through college. That's not really changing people's quality of life. I'm talking about things that you can do that can actually change your quality of life. Those are the things that I focus on in everything that I do, everything that I teach, and everything that I'm personally interested in. The third one is actually lead generation. And this is, to me, kind of a modified version of affiliate marketing. But rather than driving people through affiliate links, what you're doing is you're actually harvesting information from people, again, in a compliant way that is in integrity and gives people what they want and asks them what they're looking for. And then there are businesses that are so desperate and so hungry for those leads. Most businesses, frankly, aren't very good at digital marketing. That's why I say again and again and again, digital marketing skills unlock so many doors in this world because they're like the highest leverage skill set that you can plug into. You can spend a few months learning. Honestly, they're less complicated than your 7th grade, biology or earth science class. Like anybody can, do it. Anybody can wrap their mind around it if they just put some real time into it. Study it like it was a course in middle school or high school. Just give it that amount of attention. You can develop a skill set that can pay you 6 figures at least for life. And this lead generation is a perfect example. I'll give you an example. So I actually own a site. I'm not really doing much with it, but I'm happy to tell you what it is. It's called smallbusiness.info. I paid about $4,500 for that domain, smallbusiness.info. But frankly, you don't even need a great domain. That was just available and I liked it. I bought it I don't know how many years it's been now, 7 or 8 years ago, probably, maybe 6 years ago. I bought it when I had my agency. And I was like, I know I'm going to do something with that someday. I'm going to buy it. And I ended up finding a company that was selling software to small businesses. So they were looking for small businesses that wanted to clean up their presence online, clean up their digital footprint, their map listings and their directory listings and maybe their website. And so I basically built a funnel that said, hey, run a free scan to analyze your business presence online. And I went and connected with an affiliate program called Yext, where I was able to link to their scan tool. And I would run traffic. I would actually run paid ads to drive people to this site where they would run a free scan. It got to where I was spending maybe between $3 and $7 in traffic to get one scan. And I was selling those leads to a software company that wanted virtually an unlimited quantity of businesses. At one point they were buying thousands and thousands of leads a month from me for their sales guys for $25 a lead. I think if they dipped below 1,000 leads a month in terms of what they wanted from me, if their order went below 1,000, then the price jumped to $50. I'm generating these leads for $3 to $7, selling them for $25, sometimes as much as $50, to the tune of at the peak, it was multiple thousands of these leads per month. It was like $40,000 a month. Basically, Facebook ads running over here, Yext scans happening here. I used a platform called Zapier that costs like $30 or $40 a month to take all the lead data, push it into a Google spreadsheet that they had access to, where they pulled it into their CRM, and then they're making sales calls over here. And once a month, I'm logging in going, oh, how many leads do we generate this month? Send an invoice, get paid, net about $20 per lead, again, sometimes on several thousand leads per month. It was amazing. Unfortunately, that deal went away. I haven't actually gotten back into it right now, but I still have the site. So these are skills where they're like instruments. It's like if you're a really good guitar player and you're a really good piano player and you're a really good saxophone player and you're a really good violin player and a really good singer, you're like, what do I feel like playing today? For the next couple months, I'm gonna focus on learning, Bach's violin partitas. Well, you can do that if you're a good violin player. Well, for the next few months, I'm going to, try to go find a company that needs mortgage leads or insurance leads or security leads or pest control leads or solar leads or car leads or, small business leads. Well, if I'm good at that instrument, I can go do that. Now, learning Bach's partitas, if you're a really big name classical artist, could maybe make you like $100,000 a year if you spend all your time on it and spend decades and decades mastering that craft. I'm talking about spending like 6 months getting good at digital marketing, or maybe 12 months. Hell, maybe it takes you 2 years. Is that really such a big sacrifice to have something where you could go out and make $250,000, $500,000 in 6 to 12 months on one project doing lead gen? It's a psychology shift. There's the reason all my videos seem to come back to this. It's a paradigm and psychology shift in the individual human mind to say, what am I spending my time on? What skills am I investing in? Let me invest in these digital real estate skills and these digital marketing skills, because of all the skills, they're the ones that give me the most leverage. They're the ones that if I spend part-time on them for a reasonable length of time, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, even if it takes 5 years, you change your quality of life more than I believe anything else you could possibly spend time on. And the only thing that's comparable, I would argue, is real estate. And real estate, to me, is just another form of the same thing, right? It's about location and traffic and developing your assets. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys. A lot of people go online looking for passive income. They're, tend to have sort of a shortcut mindset. And the intent of this video is to give you some really good substantive things, but also to hopefully kind of reorient your thinking that, like, passive income is still going to come back to skills. Either you got to have skills to create the passive assets, or you got to have money so that you can just go give, put $1 million in dividend stocks and earn 8%. And then you go, oh, well, great, I make 80 grand a year. But that's great. You had to have $1 million to do that, right? You're either going to have money or skills to create passive income. Assuming if you're on YouTube looking, my guess is you don't have millions of dollars and financial planners telling you what to do. So these are the skills that you got to have. And those are my top 3 recommendations for 2020. Listen, if you like the sound of this stuff and you're like, man, it sounds like there's a whole world out there of people that are doing these things. There is. And I actually run a community called EntreNation. I'd love for you to become a part of it. It's free and easy to join. Just go to EntreNation.com and also check the description below this video for some more links, talk about our affiliate program and other things you can get involved in. And I just appreciate you watching this video. If this is your first video of mine, let me just tell you briefly. My name is Jeff Lerner. I'm the founder of Entre. And this channel, my YouTube channel as a whole, is committed to helping people have an awesome life. I bring ideas, tips, strategies, real world stuff that I've done. I've generated about $40 million in 12 years of being a digital marketer and I do digital marketing and real estate. And my mission is just to share with people the stuff that I do and help them. And I do have courses and I do have paid coaching and live events and stuff. Obviously, I'm a marketer. There's things to buy, but first and foremost, I just want to educate. So if you like the sound of that, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Click this subscribe link and make sure you click the little bell so you get notified when new videos come out. All of my videos will have one consistent theme, which is helping people have an awesome life. So like I said, if that sounds cool to you, then you should come subscribe, and I look forward to sharing with you future content. Thanks for your time.